Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video because we are trying out a full face almost of Sacheu Beauty. They've released some new items and I'm really excited to try them out. They have liquid eyeshadows, eyeliner, and brow and freckle pen. So we tried that along with a couple other items that I had in my collection, as well as some of my favorite holy grail items for warm weather when it's going to be so freaking hot that you might just sweat through your makeup. So we're going to put it to the test. We're going to try it all out and see what we think. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. If you like this video, make sure to hit a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look using the new products I picked up from Sacheu Beauty, as well as some of my tried and trues, just keep watching. You guys, I have a ton of new stuff from Sacheu Beauty. The first stuff that I tried, they had originally sent to me and asked if I wanted to try out, and I was loving the stuff that they had sent. Now, they've released some new things recently. Highlighter, there's a freckle and brow, there's eyeliner, liquid eyeshadows. I picked some up and I was like, okay, let's try this out. Now, it's gonna be 91 degrees. It's supposed to rain later. I want to try out and see how all of this performs, with the exception of primer, foundation, concealer, and powder. Everything else, it's literally almost a full face of Sacheu Beauty. Their peel off lip stain, they sent me one of their free lip elixirs because I spent a certain amount on their site. You guys, I'm gonna dive in. We're gonna use everything, see what it's all about, see like what we think. And it's currently 11:30 right now. We're gonna meet up with some friends at a brewery. There's like a little, like, it's not a festival, it's a market, like a Christmas market in July. So we're gonna be out there. It's supposed to rain later, so we'll see what happens. But 91 degrees, it's gonna be a little bit hot. I wanna test it against this sweating. We're gonna sweat. It's hot and humid. We're in Norfolk, Virginia. So we're gonna put it to the test. I'm also still trying to figure out what products I'm using when it comes to my wedding next year, 2026. Won't be as hot, but I want my makeup to last and I want to see. And this stuff, they're staying, like, it's meant to stay. It's not meant to wear off. At the end of the day, even the lip stain, once I peel it off and like I could put lip gloss on top of it, still looks perfect. It takes a melting balm to take it off. So we're gonna dive in. You guys, I have the liquid eyeshadows. I only picked up two, one matte, one shimmer. We're gonna try them out. If I need more shades, we'll buy more shades. But you got, they're liquid highlighter. I bought this. I received it probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I haven't had a chance to try it out. And then I saw them release these new items and I was like, we're just going to do a full face. Whole full face. Like everything, you guys. I'm so excited for this. Like, calm down. Chill. I haven't really been filming either. I had a gum graft done. So if you ever had braces or like you brush vigorously, you can cause your gums to recede. And I had that happen on this tooth. Well, the last 2 weeks I've been a little self-conscious because it's right here in the front. I have filmed, but nothing too crazy, not a lot of talking, because you could see some of the like glue adhesive in the stitches. And Luke, he was like, are your gums dying? And I was like, mind your business. I told the dentist that the other day when she took some of the sutures out, and she was like, I love that. I was like, he was like, your gums are not the right color. Like, are they dying? Like, is everything okay? Do you need to call them? And I was like, mind your business. Trust the process. It's fine. I say the same thing about makeup. Trust the process. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into these. I'm going to show you the full process because if we're testing out the products, including what I put on my face, like foundation wise. So this is testing a full face of Sacheu along with some of my like tried and trues. So like we've got the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. That one, I've gone running with my recruits when I was in Chicago. This is not the same one from 4 years ago. I've bought this multiple times because it's just that good. I wore it yesterday to work and I was like, ooh, my makeup still looks good. You guys, I'm a little dramatic today. So we're gonna start off with the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. We are gonna prime the eyes. It's one of my things that I do, whether you think I should or not. But I prefer to just kind of cancel everything out because like I've got this little dot, I've got this very intense blue vein. Like, we're gonna cancel it out. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna try out these two liquid eyeshadows, which I'm really stoked for. All right, so I have my brush just going straight in a little bit, just dab, 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 and then put it in place. And this shade will actually cancel out like blue vein. And I do like the paint pots because they have a bunch of different shades. So depending on your skin tone, you can literally, like, it looks like my skin right now. So if I wanted to do a no makeup day, this is exactly what I would use, and it would just literally blend everything in and starts fresh like a blank canvas. And you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. I do have some eyeshadow primers that just don't have a pigmentation to it. They're okay depending on, like, if I'm doing bright and bold and it's gonna cover this blue vein, then I don't worry about the Painterly paint pot because this one has color. But like Urban Decay, that one does not have a shade to it. So sometimes, depending on how bold I'm gonna go or how blown out my eye's gonna be, I might use a like neutral shade with no color. But that's where we're starting. I don't think I need my silicone spatula for this because this has a doe foot applicator, or an applicator in general. I don't know, I haven't looked to see. Hi Sacheu. I've caught the cat. Hi. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Can I pick you up a little bit? No, no. She does not like to be picked up. Angry. Love you though. Yeah. She's gonna stay though. All right. The good thing is this has a doe foot applicator. I have a brush. So as long as I don't touch my eyes with my hands, since I haven't, if I get up right now, she's gonna be really mad at me. All right. So I have the shade Girly Pop, which is kind of like a pinky shade. When I was looking at the box, and I think I already got rid of it. So it showed the name on the front of it was Girly Pop, but then on the top, it tells you kind of like, this one said it was like a mauvey pink. Oh, all right. So these I like to use with a fluffy crease brush. So I will literally just right here in the outer like V area, just start with that. And I'll take the fluffy crease brush and start patting it into place. You guys, this is my first time using these. I've used other cream eyeshadows. This is how I like to apply them. And as they like start to dry down, they will start to feather out. Ooh, a little went a long way, and this is a beautiful shade. You can go all over the eye. You can just be a little bit more precise. I went in on my skin with the applicator. You could honestly take product from and then deposit it on there. But the other thing is when I go and do my base products, I'll be able to finesse this right here. And that's the other thing is I want to see, because I'm going to be able to use this shade for work if I go in a little bit less heavy. It's the weekend, you guys. So I'm okay with it having some color payoff and pigmentation. Ooh, and even though it's starting to dry down, I was able to flare it out to get that point. I don't know that I wanted that dramatic, but it's fine. Like, it's still depositing even though it's dried down a little bit. You guys, I'm excited for that. I got you, honey. All right, and then we also have the shade Candy Dipped, and this is like a champagne shimmer. Look how sparkly and gorgeous she is. Okay. This one I'm stoked for. And then they also, when I bought the items, it was like you hit a certain threshold, and then so you first got free shipping, then the next like level, if you've never ordered from their website, I recommend it because depending on like where you are with your order price, you'll get more things free. So like the second thing, so first was free shipping. Then once I hit like the next threshold, because I wanted to get 2 shadows, I ended up getting a free lip gloss, and I got the one in Tungulu Candy, which is, they're the same shade, you guys. My lip gloss on top of my lip liner is going to match my eyeshadow. Ooh, look at how shimmery that is. Okay, so this one I don't think I need to put as much, but I also think that, oh, look how shimmery that is. The other thing is, with the applicator, I can get into the inner corner. I don't need my silicone spatula. She is gorgeous. I am going to take my ring finger and just right here on the edge, just kind of pat it out a little bit. So it kind of looks like shimmering stars that have like kind of dispersed out. Look at how gorgeous that is. Now, if you want to still like add in more and make it pop more, oh yeah, it's building. She is pretty. Let me go do the other eye. This one's gonna dry down. Okay, you guys, so both eyes are done. I finally got this to, I say finally, I got them both to dry down. I did go ahead and swatch them on the back of my hand so I could show you like they're not budging. And then where I tapped it out on the edge, like it gets a little bit of like glitter transfer, but it's still like, I'm gonna have to use makeup melt to get these off. Well, they have some staying power. So I'm not worried about them creasing or moving. I'm probably gonna have to do a check-in later and just show you guys. She's still on my lap, you guys. Every time I move, she gets... If you like probiotic type of drinks, I've been drinking the Olipop. The root beer's good. I bought the cream soda. And then what was there? Strawberry vanilla. Really yummy. I drink them once in a while just to help out. I like to do ginger shots, but I just finished off my last ginger shot yesterday and didn't make any more. So, you know, digestion is key. Gut health is good. Weird random. All right, you guys. So, because I want to show you the rest of like my routine for like waterproof makeup. So the LYS Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer, I'm almost done. I need to buy more. It's so good. And I want to say I didn't purchase this originally. I think it was sent to me in like a subscription box. But it's so, you guys, it's almost gone. I put it straight onto my skin because it's so like liquidy. And then I always take my rings off when I go and like rub this in, because otherwise it's sticky underneath my jewelry. But I just want my makeup to just stay on my skin. I've tried the Milk Makeup Gripping Primer. It's not my favorite. I do like the e.l.f. Niacinamide Gripping Primer, and this one from LYS. Really good. Just helps my skin look really good. My makeup stays in place. So let that dry down in a second. And then of course, because porous areas, and this, there's like a hair. It's right there on my nose. I could see it in my, like right here in my inner corner. I was like, what the heck? So because it doesn't cover up like my porous areas or my fine lines, still doing my Tarte Timeless. This is by far one of my favorite smoothing primers. I'm to the point that I'm probably gonna have to buy a new container here soon. So the other thing I was just thinking about, like, yes, I'm testing out my makeup for the wedding. I want it to stay. I want it to be waterproof, sweat proof, no budge. But this September, the beginning of September, end of like August time frame, Jamie and a bunch of us are going to Kentucky for Bourbon Fest. It's gonna be warm. I've already got one of those like wraparound neck fans, and it like shoots the air up, and then there's even like a metal, I'll have to show you, I picked it up during Amazon Prime. But like everything to stay cool, but also I want to be able to wear my makeup because I don't feel put together unless I do my makeup. That's a preference thing for me. For me, I think I've talked about it in the past. It's hard to remember everything that I've talked about with you guys. But for me, I feel put together when I do my makeup. It can be the most minimal of makeup, but like, it's my thing. When I first came into the military, I had put on, I didn't have the best lighting in my barracks room. And I had put on an eyeshadow that I really liked, and I liked the shade of it. But in my lighting from my room, it looked like it was within regulation. And then when I went to work under the fluorescent lighting, it was not the right shade of eyeshadow. That is why I'm very cognizant of the makeup that I wear when I'm putting my uniform on, because I was brand new. I was like maybe a year, 2 years in the Navy, so still new. But I was still trying to figure out like what I could wear, what was okay, what was like not okay. And I had this senior leader, an E6, so a first class petty officer. And she came up to me in front of a bunch of people and is like, just yelled at me, made me feel very self-conscious. And she's like, you need to go to the bathroom right now and wash your face and clean all that off. I don't know why you keep putting all that on. And I was like, excuse me? First off, it was just the eyeshadow that was the wrong shade. Like it shifted like in the lighting, because that happens. It does happen. But after that interaction, I stopped wearing makeup for probably a couple days. And people made a comment like, are you okay? You don't seem like yourself. Like, you look sad. You look depressed. Because when I don't have makeup on, like, my eyes, they're not accentuated, and that's one of my, like, favorite features. But if I don't have makeup on, I feel like I look sad and tired. And people have said that in the past. You guys, we're going to go into L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This is such a good foundation. I have mine in shade 465. I've purchased this so many freaking times. It is just that good. At the drugstore, well, it's getting to be a little bit more expensive. It might still be considered affordable, but it's at the drugstore. But even when I go, like, when Jamie and I went to Disney 2 years ago now, I still did my makeup, even though it was sweltering. And we both grew up down in Florida. We're like, why did we do this to ourselves? Like, we know better. We'll never do that again. We're very cognizant now of, like, we will never go to Disney in July or August. Not even early September. So when we were talking about Bourbon Festival in Kentucky, which I bought the tickets when I was still in Germany, she had messaged me. She was like, girl, we're getting an Airbnb. We're doing this. And I was like, count me in. We got our tickets as soon as they went on sale because they are sold out now. But then I was like, oh, it's early September. And like Kentucky's technically the South almost. I think it's south of the Mason-Dixon line. And she's like, it's fine. It's fine. We'll suck it up. And I'm like, okay. So you guys, when I'm thinking about like waterproof makeup, stuff that's gonna stay, super easy makeup, like there's gonna be a house full of us. We rented a really big Airbnb. I wanna say there's like 6 or 7 of us sitting in the house. Luke will be gone, so I'll be on my own, and then Jamie's got her husband. There's a couple friends that she's got that I've met recently since I've been home. But I'm just thinking, like, how do I stay cool? How do I get my makeup? Like, what makeup do I wear that's going to stay put? The things that I'm trying to think about. Mind you, it's July. We're not going till the beginning of September. I've got some time. But I also know, so the end of August, I'm meeting up with Emily in New York because we got tickets to Lady Gaga in August. It's going to be sweltering hot. And I'm just like, all these things that we're doing in the summer, I need my makeup to stay. I know we're going to be dancing a lot at the concert. Like, I don't want it to be sweating off my face. So we're going to be testing out the waterproof makeup. Plenty enough before the wedding next year. My nose is itching and I think it's because Sacheu's hair. Okay. Skin looks good. We're going to end up putting concealer on and everything else too. But we're going to dive in. All right. So for contour bronzer, I have the Contour Stain. I have both Giving Drama, which is lighter, and I have Giving Boss, which is the darker of the two shades. I'm going to use Giving Boss. This is the one that I've really been enjoying. And there's some people, when I was watching the videos, some people are like, oh, just go in gently. Like, you don't need a lot. You can build. I'm going to show you exactly what I did yesterday, and I got compliments on my skin. Like, oh my gosh, you look so good right now. So 1, 2, 3. That's about all I need. It's going to push up some product. There's going to be some on the side. If you don't feel comfortable going in this heavy, don't. This is just what I have been using, and it's been doing just fine for me. But also in the morning, I don't have a lot of time. And like, it's oozing on the sides. There. That's all I needed. 3 clicks. All right. Contour brush. And it just starts blending out ever so quickly. Just like switching over to my bronzer brush, which I still have not replaced. I have plenty, but it's just a good bronzer brush. I always push it back into the hairline and then start to blend it down. And then whatever is still on the brush gets dragged down the neck. Especially right here, like from laying in a tanning salon bed, like it's where my neck creases. I tried to do the stand-up yesterday, but someone else is already in there. So, and that's how I usually like fix those lines, is doing the stand-up. We are bronze. Okay, now we need concealer. So I have my Tarte Shape Tape Radiant. I have mine in this shade 29N, which is light medium. I also have my Huda Beauty setting powder, and then we'll dive into blush. I'm looking at this and I was like, ooh, the color that I was going to use. I don't know if that's going to, like, we'll figure it out. I may have to change my top before we leave. It's fine. That's it. That's all you need. Back in the day, we were drawing triangles and all of it. You didn't need that much. Who are we kidding? We did not need that much concealer. I could feel the hair right there. I love Sacheu to death, but she like fluffs her hair up. Where did she go? She's still in here, but she's not on my lap. And I could feel the hair in the inner corner. Okay, I also have the Cheek Stain. So shade I'm Guilty. Tried this out before. It's really gorgeous. It's kind of a cool tone mauve shade. Would definitely go with this today, but I still have yet to use I'm Flirty. I think I'm going to stick with this shade. I need to use this one. I will use this in the future. It's still fresh. It hasn't even has not been used, but because of the eyes, I think we need to use I'm Guilty. Look how gorgeous she is. That's about it. Kind of a monochromatic moment with the blush and the eyeshadow. And you can build it up a little bit if you want to. Just gonna add in where I think I need it. Really pretty. I don't think this is like the right top for this. When I was in my closet, I was like, ooh, I haven't worn that shirt in a while. And now I'm just like, choices were made. We're gonna change our shirt probably before we leave. It's fine. I do not usually, like when I'm just doing my makeup before I get ready to go somewhere and I'm not filming, I usually do my makeup first and then find something to wear. But I'm also not like, oh, let me just sit in a robe, which I'm sure if I did, you guys would not be bothered if I just sat in a robe and did my makeup and then got ready. It's just preference. Sorry, just random Saturday thoughts. Because Saturdays and Sundays are the days that I tend to film. And right now I'm not like pre-recording like continuously because I don't really have to. And I'm only like posting 2 or 3 videos a week, but every 3 days I post. So some weeks it's 2 videos, some weeks it's 3 videos, but I do not usually plan my outfit first and then do my makeup unless I'm filming. And then sometimes the outfits don't match. All right, gonna go ahead and set with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. Feel like I have Sacheu's fur up my nose right now. We do have to smooth out the concealer. You guys, I do have the brow and freck pen. The thing is though, I have not ever been a freckle kind of girly, so I need to play around with that one. I don't know if I'm comfortable doing the freckles, so we'll see, but I'm for sure using the brow product tonight, or today. You guys, we just want everything to be locked in and smooth and not go anywhere. I like this blush, but I'm wondering if it's a little like too cool tone right now. I think it's the shirt. It's like messing it up. Okay, you guys, now we need to wipe out the excess powder. All right, so to finish off the under eyes, before we go ahead and do the highlighter, which I'm excited to try out. Okay, so we're gonna go back into the long wear liquid eyeshadow, shade Girly Pop. How gorgeous this is. All right, so my favorite way to do this, straight off the applicator, I'm gonna use my little tiny compacted smudge brush. And I'm just gonna take the slightest little boop, like just a tiny dot. And then underneath the eye, just pop it in a couple places. And then we're gonna smudge. Gorgeous. All right, we're gonna do the same thing for the other eye. And I'm just staying close to the lash line because I don't want it to be like too crazy, but we can also bring it down further if we want to. Okay, now for the outer corner, we're gonna take the fluffy crease brush. We're going to, with the slightest, just one little tiny boop. And if we need to add, we can build. Take the little fluffy crease brush, pop it around a couple times to make sure it's on the applicator or the brush, and just blend, 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 and bring it under. So simple, so easy. This is my favorite way to like super quick and easy, especially when there's like a big group of us. I'm not trying to sit there with like 3 different eyeshadow palettes trying to figure out what I'm doing. But like if I want quick in a hurry type of makeup, this is it. Super easy. And I love liquid eyeshadows that stay put. So I don't have to worry about if they're gonna move around, if they're gonna crease, if they're gonna move, like you guys, it's still there. Okay, we do have the brows. So we have the brow and freckle stain. Let's talk about the freckle. So I haven't done freckles before. So it's like, okay, so you could just tap it around. It's still weird to me because I just don't do freckles. I've never been the freckle girly, but I like the idea of it. Also, I probably pressed a little bit too heavy-handed. They're not going anywhere either, apparently. Good thing I've already got to do makeup melt on this. All right, and then we also have the brows. So I picked mine up in the shade Cafe Mocha. So this one is a spoolie. I'm excited. I also know that depending on how it like deposits color, I might have to fill it in with one of my brow pencils just on the skin. So I like to grab the hairs and drag backwards. The other thing, I could probably use one of my brow brushes and take some product and fill in. So compared to this one, the color is the right color for my hair. There is a little bit of areas where I'm going to even like trying to like fill it in with the brush. I'm gonna have to use like a little brow pencil action, but that's fine. You guys, game changer. I'm interested to see how this lasts. I also like that it was nice enough, like I was able to manipulate it and work with it until I got like the hairs how I wanted it. I mean, these are bald spots I have from not having hair in that area. And that's fine. I'm aware. But I also like that it didn't make a huge mess as I'm like dragging my hair up because it's not like liquidy or anything like that. But this is gonna coat the hairs and then I can brush them up, lay them down. You guys, if you hear Dixon, I think the mailman, I heard the ring doorbell. I think the mailman came towards the door. Dixon's barking and Luke is trying to get him to stop barking because he knows I'm filming. I can hear Luke like, I love him. The mailman calls Dixon a terrorist because they'll hear him barking in the house while he's dropping off our mail. The one day he didn't hear him, it was when Grandma was still here. And he was like, oh, the terrorist is gone? And I was like, no, he's with Grandma. And he was like, oh, wait, I'm like, you're talking about the dog? And he was like, yeah, he's always barking. I was like, he's a little Yorkie. He's like, wow, he has a big bark for a little dog. I was like, he thinks he's a German Shepherd. He thinks people are scared of him. Okay. So I know that when I turn the camera off to do whatever else I need to, I'm going to have to fill in with my brow pencil. But this did a good freaking job, at least laying down the brows. I just know that I need to like fill in the sparse areas, but this looks good. We'll test it towards the end to see like the staying power, but I like that there was still enough time. It didn't dry down immediately, so I was able to still like get the shaping that I wanted. I appreciate that. Like maybe you have perfect brows. Maybe you have like full lush brows, which I'm envious. I wish. And you just need the brow pomade. This I think would be great. And then like just being able to get it to lay down in the shape. I just know that I always have to fill in right here. I always have to fill in here and here, and then a little bit in the fronts. But otherwise, and they're not even close to being twins. They're like third cousins right now because I always have to draw the shape. It's fine. It's fine. All right. I do need to do lip stain, have eyeliner. Oh, I forgot about highlighter. I'm so excited for this. The Liquid Glow Stain. I have mine in the shade Glow Getter, which is 02. So there is a pump. If I wanted to do like all over the shoulders, sure, that'd be really nice. But then there's also a wand. I'm not gonna go straight in on my skin. We're gonna do a little just grabbing off the doe foot. So I never take from the top because it's just too liquidy. At first I start on the doe foot, on the back side of it. And I'm gonna put this right here in the inner corner. And actually, we didn't even swatch this so you can see. Ooh, all right, we'll let that dry down and then play with it or test it. All right, so I just like to take off the back of the doe foot, and then because now it's not as like intense, and I can build it from the brush. This is a really pretty shade, and it just illuminates the inner corner. Really pretty. Same thing on my highlighter brush before I do the brow bone. Really gorgeous. Really pretty. So I like to start out where I have it on the tip, and then I go to the side where there's no product, and it'll start to like blend it out and just ever so slightly. All right, so right here, it'll deposit, and then we use the side and just kind of blend it all together. You guys, this glow is gorgeous. If you wanted to build it up, I'm sure you could. I don't know that I need to. I might need to pick up more shades of this. At least one in like deeper, because this is kind of cool toned for me. I really like this. Okay, need to fill in my brows a little bit. Need to do the waterline eyeliner. Ooh, before I do that, let me put on the stain. So I have two shades that I haven't tried out yet. So I have Mauve, which is the one that I think I want to use today. And then I have Hazel. We have not used this one yet. It makes me a little bit nervous. It's not kind of like a peaky tone. So we'll save this one. We're going to use Mauve. Oof. You guys, this is one of the most nerve-wracking. Yes, it's peelable. You can feather it in, but you want it to be like thick. I go fill in my brows, a waterline, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, lip stain is dry. I'm pretty sure it's ready to come off the lips. Why is it? That's cute. I never had that happen before. Gross. Oh no. That's a makeup fail. The heck is going on? I have never. You guys, it is so messy right now. I've never had this happen to me before. Oh no. You guys, usually it's just super easy to like peel off, no problems. This is interesting. I've never had it fail like this before. It's a pretty shade. Thank goodness I was already going to be using my makeup balm to be taking this off the back of my hand. I do always find that having like a little like tissue to help get the excess off is like best. Well, now it's no longer on my teeth. That was so weird. I've never like had that happen. It's fine. All right, we do need to do the liquid liner before I do my mascara, and then we'll finish it off with the lip gloss. So I have the I'm Sharp long wear liquid eyeliner. I got mine in the shade black. That's just my go-to shade. So it's got an interesting, like, there's like a weird space. What is that for? Interesting. It is a felt tip. All right, we will pull the mirror a little bit closer. You guys, if this is the only veil I have where like the lip liner stain didn't come off right, we'll be fine. Okay, so I always do my tail first. I mean, it's easy. It does make it really easy to do super fine and thin liner. It's not a super liquidy formula, which is fine, but it's making it so that I have to like go a little bit more than I normally would. It's kind of a dry formula. I don't mind it, but if you don't like a dry formula, you're not gonna like this. It could also be because I didn't have it sitting upside down like I normally do. It was on its side. So I'm interested to see, like, once I store it how I usually do all my liners, will it be different? Okay, I need to do mascara. I'll come back and we'll also do the lip gloss. Okay, you guys. Now, one more thing that I do to keep my makeup just locked in, Charlotte Tilbury. She will save my makeup. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This will make it waterproof. So we're going to spray everywhere, make sure it's pressed in, and then do the lip gloss. So then we grab a little fan. I always, like, in the center is absolutely key. And then we're going to press it in just to make sure there's no droplets. Because Sacheu might be a stain and it's supposed to have staying power, but foundation, everything else, I just want it to like melt into the skin. I want it to look like second skin, like gorgeous. This is one of my like key ingredients to my makeup. Even for makeup that's not like supposed to be stay all day, waterproof or whatever, that will make sure to lock it in. Now, so this lip stain, really pretty. The lips are, I'm still laughing about it. I was just texting Jamie because I'm supposed to be on the road right now. I was like, I just had a fashion emergency. Makeup on my lips, it made me look like Dracula. Like, I told her, I was like, when I upload the footage to the laptop, I will send you the clip. And she was like, I'm looking forward to it. All right, you guys, we're gonna go into the Lip Elixir in the shade Tungulu Candy. I love, if you've never had Tungulu, it is phenomenal. It's literally liquefied sugar, and then you dip your fruit, whatever you want into it, and then it just makes this really thick candy coating, and it's glossy, and that's what this is supposed to look like. Like, look how glittery and sparkly. Ooh. All the shimmer, all the shine. The stain will stay. The lip gloss will probably wear off over time, so I will definitely have that in my purse. But this is gorgeous. I thought I was gonna have to change my shirt because I was like, ooh, it's starting to look a little cool tone against this. But I'm feeling like it's still like a good combination. I love this shirt though. Like in the back, you can't tell. It's got like this opening and then it's nice and flowy. And it's gonna be so hot. I don't want to have to change because I really like how flowy this shirt is. All right, I will try and remember to come back for an update of what the makeup looks like after being outside all day. Okay, you guys, final look, final thoughts. I really like how my makeup turned out. I'm really excited to see how this eyeshadow wears. I love a beautiful liquid eyeshadow that I can blend out, looks seamless. I can wear this to work. It is absolutely gorgeous. The glitter, like on the back of my hand, you guys, it's still, the glitter seems to still like move a little bit, but everything else is still in place. And then the highlighter, we didn't even do the smudge-proof test. And then the freckles are still there. You guys, this makeup is gonna get the ultimate test today. It is 91 degrees. So right now, it is literally 91 degrees outside. That is hot. No one wants to be out in that type of weather, but we're going to a brewery. There is gonna be some shade. There is inside if I want to escape. We're gonna go have some fun. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna see the things and hang out, have fun with people. But it's hot, very hot. Okay, you guys, Luke and I just got home a little while ago. It is 7:20 at night. I put my makeup on at around 11:30. I told you I would try and remember to do a check-in. The only thing I have touched up is my lip gloss because that is the one thing that wasn't going to last. The lip liner stain was meant to stay. Bronzer, everything else has not been applied. Lip gloss just does not seem to stick around. However, I will say the glitter was still there. It was still a little bit glossy. It wasn't as juicy, but I did reapply that. However, looking at my skin, looking at my makeup, let's kind of evaluate and see, because so the new releases right now, the highlighter, which is still gorgeous on the skin, the liquid eyeliner, the brow and freckle pen, which I didn't use the freckle pen because I'm still not, like, I'm not a freckle kind of girl, but I haven't really played around with it to put it on my face and try it out right before we go out somewhere. And then also the liquid eyeshadows. Now, looking at my makeup, because I did use a bunch of other products that I know work well for me as far as they stay put, they will, like, running, sweating, being out in the heat, the humidity, like, it's just not gonna go anywhere. And like I said, put my makeup on at 11:30. It's now 7:20-ish. How many hours is that? Almost 8. My makeup's still looking really good. I didn't even powder. This is untouched except for lip gloss. Let's see. Looking at the eyeshadow, it did stay in place pretty good. There is, like, right here, I can see where it creased together a little bit, and that could also just be the primer that I used. I'll try out another primer and see. But for the most part, like, it's still there. Like, I have good payoff everywhere else. It didn't, like, even when I was sweating, it didn't run down my face. I don't have the pink smeared. The eyeliner stayed put. The wing is still good. Like, for the most part, everything looks really good. And even like the bronzer, like, everything is still in place. The blush, the highlighter, everything I wanted to stay did stay. The only thing that creasing of the eyes, that's been something I've been used to, but I'm willing to try it with another eyeshadow primer just to give it another shot and see. It only creased a little bit. It didn't bunch as much as some of my other eyeshadows do, so I'm not completely disappointed. I will definitely be using this for work. It is a gorgeous color. I got lots of compliments on it, and I do like the fact that the products that I tried out just stay where they're supposed to. You guys are gonna have to let me know your thoughts. I don't usually check back in. I don't always remember to do so, but I wanted to do that with this because these are the makeup products that I love, and especially today. It was like 91 degrees. It was so humid outside. We were supposed to get rain where we went, but we didn't get rain in Suffolk. We actually got a huge downpour at our house, and when we got home, it was just stopping. So we lucked out there, but otherwise we had the heat, we had the humidity. I was sweating my butt off. So I figured I would hop on here and share with you what my makeup looks like before we wind down and enjoy the rest of the night, just hanging out with the animals and probably watching a movie. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. Put it in the comments. We'll have that discussion. Okay, you guys, let me know your thoughts. Have you picked up any of the products from Sacheu Beauty? Are there, like, the items that I substituted in that they don't have in their line for my waterproof makeup? Do you use them? Have you tried them? Do you like them? Are you gonna pick them up and try them out? They're not new products. They've been out for a while. My skin looks beautiful. The Tarte Shape Tape Radiant looks gorgeous under my eyes. Like, if you've been here before, you know, like, 4 years old, I have eye crinkles. They're not my favorite. You guys, I am 2 weeks to my 41st birthday. I still need to put the giveaway together and, like, get that posted for you guys. It'll probably get up probably next video. We'll see. I had to figure it all out. But for my birthday, we're doing a giveaway. You guys, let me know your thoughts. Are you picking these items up? Have you tried out Sacheu Beauty? Do you need waterproof makeup? Put it in the comments. Let's have that conversation. You guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications, new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.